Some things aren't made to be frozen in a photo. They're meant to be experienced. If you've ever looked at a picture of yourself and thought, "Why don't I look good here?" you're not alone. For Sigma females, that feeling isn't random. It points to something deeper. They don't shape themselves for the world's gaze. They don't put on a show or try to match shallow standards. They live with quiet strength, true to who they are. That means the real you, your energy, your depth, can't be trapped in a still image. You're not someone who poses for approval. You live for meaning, for stillness, for real moments. Welcome to time-tested advice, where ancient philosophy meets the modern world. I'm your host, Alfred. Let's get started. So, if photos feel strange or like they miss something important about you, it's because they only catch the outside. But your real self lives deeper. It's your intuition, your calm strength, your quiet confidence that doesn't fit in a forced smile or perfect pose. Being a Sigma female means you move differently. You don't seek applause or likes, and that's a powerful thing. If you don't like how you look in photos, it's not because something's wrong. It's because you were never meant to live on the surface. You're built for more. If this message speaks to something inside you, if it reminds you of who you are deep down, click subscribe and tap the bell. This space is for people like you, ready to grow, heal, and stand strong. Let's get into the video. Photos can't hold depth, and Sigma females are made of depth. A picture is just a snapshot. It freezes a single moment, but Sigma females are full of movement, thought, and emotion. They don't live in one expression. They shift and grow like an ocean. A photo might catch the surface, but it can't hold the tides, the quiet strength underneath. That's why pictures can feel off. It's not about looks. It's that the camera can't capture all that's going on inside. A Sigma female is a storm of thought, heart, and presence. She's never just one thing, and that's what draws people in. But a photo doesn't see that. It only understands light and shape, not the energy in her silence or the story in her eyes. People may feel something missing in her pictures, but it's not beauty. It's the layers they can't see. She doesn't fit neatly into a frame. That mystery, that depth, that's her truth. And if it doesn't show up in a picture, that's not a failure. It's proof she's more than a camera can hold. She doesn't act for the camera because she's done pretending. Most people pose in photos, smile, turn just right, trying to look good. Sigma females don't do that. They won't pretend to be someone else just to please others. It feels fake, and they can't stand faking it. She doesn't chase likes or approval. She knows her worth isn't in how many compliments she gets or how perfect she looks in a post. This doesn't mean she's cold. It means she values what's real. People might see her photos and think she looks distant or awkward, but she's just being true to how she feels. A forced smile feels like a lie to her. That's why she may not always look good in the typical way. But she's not trying to look good. She's trying to stay real. And that honesty is her strength. She doesn't live for applause. She lives for truth. And in a world full of filters and fake smiles, that kind of truth makes her unforgettable. Sigma females live deep inside, not on the surface. These women are connected to their inner world, their thoughts, feelings, and quiet awareness. That's where their strength comes from. But cameras can't see that. A picture catches a face, a look, but not presence, not insight, not that deep pull people feel when she walks into a room. You can't capture that on film. So when photos don't reflect who she is, it's not surprising. The image might be clear, but the soul behind it stays hidden. That soul, her calm, Her insight, her depth, is where her real beauty lives. And no lens can catch that. What draws people to her isn't what's visible. It's the feeling she brings. Her confidence doesn't shout. It hums quietly, steady and sure. So if she doesn't recognize herself in pictures, it's because they miss the best parts. Her beauty can't be printed. It can only be felt. Her spiritual depth doesn't match society's beauty rules. Sigma females often have a spiritual side that shapes how they see themselves and others. But photos follow society's narrow beauty rules. Perfect smiles, smooth skin, trendy looks. These rules are everywhere, especially in pictures. And Sigma females don't fit them. Their beauty is deeper. It's in their energy, their presence, their calm power. A camera tries to flatten all that into one tiny moment, and it just doesn't work. It can't show the soul in her eyes or the strength in her stillness. It's not that she's not beautiful. It's that her kind of beauty isn't made for filters or frames. It's raw, real, and untamed. This gap between what the camera wants and who she really is can make her feel like she doesn't belong. But the truth is, she's too big for the box. Her spirit can't be reduced to a picture-perfect smile. If she looks off in photos, it's because her real beauty exists on a different level. And that's not a flaw, it's a gift. That quiet light she carries isn't for cameras, it's for people who see beyond the surface. That's her magic, and it can't be copied. Sigma females are energy first, physical form second, and photos don't capture energy. Before they show up as faces or bodies, they exist as a living, moving energy. It's a quiet, powerful presence that you feel more than you see. But here's the issue. Cameras can only freeze the outside, the skin and the shape, not the energy behind it. A photo captures light and matter, not spirit. So for Sigma females, pictures often feel incomplete or even strange. Their energy is always shifting and alive, but a photo is still and flat. It's like trying to take a photo of the wind. You can't. So if a Sigma female feels like she doesn't look right in a photo, it's not because she's not beautiful. It's because the camera misses her most important part, her energy. Her real power isn't in a pose or a smile. It's in how she moves through the world, and no photo can take that from her. That's why photos can feel off. It's not failure, it's truth. She's alive, and photos only catch what's still. And that's okay. Camera lenses reflect what society wants to see, but Sigma females don't follow those rules. A camera doesn't just show your face. It reflects what the world expects of you. It wants the perfect smile, the perfect pose, something neat and nice that people recognize. But Sigma females don't play along. They don't act the way the camera wants them to. They won't pose just to fit in. That quiet refusal to follow the script creates a kind of tension in photos. The camera tries to push one way, but they push back by being real. That's why some pictures feel awkward or off. It's not a flaw, it's a sign of strength. She won't fake a smile or copy what others do just to fit the frame. She shows up as herself, not a version made to please. That quiet fight shows up in photos, even if others don't understand it. It's not about looking bad, it's about standing firm. She refuses to be another copy of what the world wants her to be. And that quiet resistance, that's her power. Sigma females feel uneasy in photos because they see through fake images and won't pretend. The discomfort they feel in front of a camera isn't just shyness, it's spiritual. They don't want to pretend to be something they're not. And most photos are just that, pretending. Photos often reward fake perfection, posed smiles, polished angles, controlled looks. But Sigma females know that's not real, and they don't want to play along. For them, faking it for the camera feels like lying. They are deeply honest, and pretending for a photo feels wrong. So when they don't look relaxed in pictures, it's not because they're unsure. It's because they're too real to fake a moment. Their honesty clashes with what the photo wants to show. And that's actually beautiful. Their truth is stronger than the image. Even if a picture doesn't flatter them, it can never take away their real power. Sigma females accept imperfection and messiness, things the camera avoids. Their life path is full of raw, real moments. They grow through the chaos, not the polished scenes. But the camera doesn't like that. It wants clean, controlled, edited beauty. It wants the perfect shot. This causes a conflict. The camera wants order. But Sigma females carry wild, honest energy, something you can't clean up and shape. So when they stand in front of a lens, that raw energy pushes back. The camera can't quite catch it. It tries to force their truth into a tidy box and fails. That's why pictures can feel off. They don't show her as she truly is. Her beauty is full of emotion, depth, and honesty, and that doesn't always show up well in a picture. But that's not a weakness. It's a reminder. Her real self doesn't need editing. Her truth is enough. Sigma females are full of inner quiet, and the camera wants loud expression. That clash creates tension. They hold a strong inner silence, a peaceful stillness that comes from knowing themselves deeply. They don't need to shout to be powerful. But cameras look for the opposite. They want big emotions, smiles, bold gestures. Something loud, something obvious. They want action, not stillness. And that's where the mismatch happens. Sigma females bring a quiet energy, and the camera doesn't know what to do with it. So they might look stiff or strange in photos, not because something's wrong, but because they don't play to the camera's rules. Their power is calm and deep, not showy. And that's a rare kind of strength the lens just can't capture. There's a quiet tension between the calm energy of a Sigma female and what the camera expects. Cameras want people to perform, smile, pose, act a certain way. But Sigma females don't play along. They stay real, grounded in their natural way of being. That contrast often shows up in photos as something that looks awkward or off. Not because she isn't beautiful, but because the moment isn't true to her. It's like asking a peaceful stream to act like a crashing waterfall. It just doesn't work. But this doesn't mean there's anything wrong with her. It means cameras aren't made to catch the kind of quiet power she holds. When a photo feels off or flat, it's just proof that her deep spiritual energy doesn't fit in a shallow frame. And honestly, that's her strength. She's not here to fit into the camera's world. She walks in her own. Her energy might just be too rich, too layered, too alive for a simple photo to show. A Sigma female gives off an invisible energy field that's hard to describe, but easy to feel when you're near her. It's full of emotion, wisdom, and subtle shifts that flow with her mood. This energy is what makes her presence so powerful in person. It's something people sense, not just see. But photos are flat. They freeze one tiny moment, without sound, without motion, without depth. They take all that living energy and squeeze it into a single still shot. And when you try to capture something so deep in such a shallow way, it ends up looking dull or empty. What makes her glow in real life disappears in pictures. It's like trying to show a thunderstorm with a single cloud drawing. No wonder it doesn't feel right. So when a Sigma female sees herself in photos and feels something's missing, she's not wrong. The camera just isn't designed to catch all that inner fire. Her presence needs room to move, to shift, to be felt, not frozen. Sigma females also have strong spiritual boundaries. They don't like being reduced to just a face or figure for the camera. Their deep sense of self won't let them be turned into a product or a picture for someone else's approval. They're not here to perform or be what others want to see. Cameras often turn people into objects, just something to look at. But Sigma females push back against that. They don't want to be simplified, posed, or made smaller just to fit into someone else's frame. Their spiritual power is like a quiet armor. It protects them from being reshaped or misread. They know who they are, and they don't let the camera take that away. So yes, sometimes they don't look picture perfect, but that's not a flaw, it's a sign of strength. They're choosing to be real, not edited. What the lens can't show is everything that matters most: the mind, the heart, the spirit. Their power isn't in their image, it's in their truth. Sigma females value presence over appearance, and the camera can't capture presence. For Sigma females, what matters most isn't how something looks, it's how it feels. They live from a place of deep awareness where every moment is something to be experienced fully, not just captured. They walk through life rooted in presence, tuned in to the energy of a room, the meaning behind words, and the truth hidden beneath the surface. This kind of presence isn't about being seen, it's about being there, mind, body, and soul. But the camera doesn't understand presence. It can't feel the weight of silence or the strength of stillness. It just wants a fixed image, a pose, a smile, a look. It chases appearances, and that's why it often fails to reflect a Sigma female's true power. When she's being her most real and grounded self, the camera may show someone who looks distant or expressionless, but in real life, that same moment would feel magnetic, because presence is something you sense, not something you see. Sigma females aren't focused on trying to look perfect. They care about being true. Their energy flows best when they're not thinking about how they appear, but when they're simply being. That's when their intuition kicks in, when their mind is fully alive, when their soul is quietly observing everything. A picture might miss all of that, but those who know her, who feel her energy in real time, will never forget it. So if you're a Sigma female and you find yourself frustrated with photos that seem to miss something essential, remember this: it's not that you didn't look right, it's that the camera wasn't built to capture your greatest gift, your presence. And in a world obsessed with filters and facades, that's a rare and sacred strength. They communicate soul to soul, not surface to surface, and cameras don't speak that language. There's something unique about how Sigma females connect with people. They don't rely on flashy words or forced charm. Instead, they speak soul to soul. They pick up on what's unspoken, the energy in the room, the shift in someone's tone, the emotion behind someone's eyes. Their connection to others isn't built on appearances. It's built on understanding, intuition, and depth. They don't just hear what's said, they feel what's not said, and they respond with quiet truth. But cameras can't read energy. They don't recognize emotional depth or subtle shifts in presence. All they capture is the surface, a smile, a glance, a pose frozen in time. They miss the deeper, invisible layers that Sigma females naturally bring into every interaction. The photo might look plain or even off, but in real life, that same moment might have been powerful, even electric. Because Sigma females don't perform for the lens. They transmit energy in ways that cameras can't translate. This kind of soulful connection is sacred. It's what draws people to Sigma females, often without them knowing why. A person might leave a conversation with her feeling lighter, understood, or inspired, even if few words were spoken. That's the power of a Sigma female. She doesn't dazzle with surface appeal, she reaches into the soul. And that kind of connection isn't made for pictures. It's made for presence, eye contact, and real moments. So when a photo doesn't seem to reflect who you truly are, know this. Your spirit is speaking a different language. One that the camera doesn't understand. But the people who do understand, the ones who see with more than their eyes, they will get it. They'll feel you. And that's the kind of connection that lasts longer than any snapshot ever could. Not everything that shines needs to be captured on film. If you've ever looked at a photo of yourself and felt like it didn't show the real you, that's okay. You're not lacking anything. You're just someone whose energy goes deeper than the lens can reach. As a Sigma female, you carry a quiet fire, a deep soul, and a unique presence that can't be boxed into a picture. You don't fake smiles or pose to please others. You live in your truth. And because of that, most photos will never fully show your depth. That awkward feeling, it's just the camera falling short of your reality. Don't let that shake your confidence. Your real power lives inside, in how you think, how you feel, how you carry yourself with silent strength. These are things no camera can capture, but people feel them when you walk into a room. So don't let a snapshot define you. You're tuned into a different rhythm, one that sees through the shallow and lives in the real. Keep standing strong in your authenticity, knowing that your presence is something rare and powerful. You're not just a face in a frame. You're a whole story, a deep energy, and a force that can't be contained. If these words touched your heart, comment below. The hidden truth. Thanks for watching till the end. Your support truly means the world to me. Together, we will forge a path of nothing but peace and happiness. This has been your host, Alfred. I'll see you in the next one. Same time tomorrow. Until next time.